opinions expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host and participants and do not reflect the views of Taunton Community Access and Media, Inc., its management, or directors. Welcome to Charlie Flannery Presents. I'm your host, Charlie Flannery, and today I'd love to present the very lovely and talented Kathryn Shasha. Kathryn.
Thanks, Chuck. I got some nuts caught in the green room and my teeth. Hi, nice to see you.
Welcome to Charlie Flannery Presents. Do I have any in mind?
No, you're good. Yeah, you look good. Yeah, you got some nice teeth there. Yeah.
You're the first person that's ever said that to me.
Oh, well, they're nice, yeah. Don't see many of those around my parts.
What parts are those?
Oh, down in Dung Valley, where I came from.
And when did you leave there?
Oh, it's been at least 2 months now I've been settled in, you know. And I'll tell you, it's different up here. Lots of different people and foods. Yo, I don't know what those salads are you got with the goat cheese and the nuts, cranberry. What? Where's the bacon? Where's the cheddar? You know?
I like bacon and cheddar.
Yeah. I don't know what these fancy schmancy salads are all about in Boston, but they ain't gonna put no meat on your bones.
I love Southern cooking. Can I tell you something? I've been in love 3 times in my life.
Aww.
Twice I got married, and the 3rd time was this beautiful Southern girl from Myrtle Beach, and I let her get away.
That's a damn shame.
There's something about Southern women. They do know how to treat their men.
We sure do. Absolutely. I always say that to my baby girls.
How many girls you have?
I have 4.
4?
Well, there's some extra along the way, of course, but they're step kids. We don't consider them, you know, the same. They're not from the gut.
Yeah, but kids, you know, it's families are families, you know.
Well, sure, yeah.
But you look like you've gone through childbearing quite well.
Oh yeah, sure. I squeeze those puppies right out. Yeah, I got some good bourbon hips. It's all about the strength of the hip. You have to be able to lift heavy things. Always work in the barn and on the farm, and get those strong muscles before the baby. Cause you face it, once you're all knocked up, you ain't gonna be, you know, doing any mowing the lawn and stuff.
Did you have natural childbirth?
Oh, hell yeah. What a fun day that was. We had a good party.
Oh, you know, I got 6 kids, 4 boys, 2 girls. And I had them over a period of years, obviously, with 2 different women. But in the oldest ones.
You're a dog, aren't you?
Well, you know, I had my day. I had my day in the sun.
I
know?
bet you did. I can tell. I can see it.
But you know, the older ones, that was old school stuff where, like, you know, the husband or the boyfriend, whoever, you dropped the woman off at the entrance to the emergency room. You left the number of the bar you were going to be at with your buddies drinking.
You went to the hospital? Oh, that's expensive.
Well, just to drop her off. No.
Whoa! Yeah, we don't do that back home. There's always a kiddie pool somewhere. Yeah, we don't. Hell, those are some of the best keg parties around. Speaking of which, I missed a damn good one today for you. Just saying. I'm happy to be here, but oh,
I'm happy to have you here.
Oh yeah, they had some imported beer.
No kidding. From where?
I think they said Milwaukee.
Oh, wow. They import a lot of stuff from Detroit too these days.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's some fancy schmancy stuff right
That's good
there.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you know, you get a 30-pack of that, you spend about $5.99. That's money well spent.
Yeah, well, you're worth it and all, you know.
You know.
This is a dream come true for me, you know.
You know, it's an honor to have you here today.
Oh, thank you.
You know.
Do you believe in dreams?
Yeah, of course I do. Everybody has a dream. You gotta have a dream.
No, I'm not talking about the goals or perspirations, nothing like that. I'm talking about dreams, you know, like you have at night.
Oh, man, I can almost never remember the dreams I have, and that's kind of a good thing, because with the dreams that I do remember, there's always some kind of precognition, and it's scary, you know?
Carbonation? What?
Precognition. It's like when you see something in your dream, and it ends up coming true. Oh. And it scares the heck out of me. Maybe that's why I don't remember most of my dreams. Maybe I suppress them, you know?
I see. Well.
Why do you ask?
Oh, well, did you know hypnosis is the way you can realize your inner dream? If you get hypnotized, you will be able to remember your dreams.
Wow.
Yep.
I've been hypnotized 4 times.
Ah.
I go under real easily, and it was to stop smoking.
You
4
do?
times, yeah.
You should stop smoking, you know. That's a good idea. I tell you, I quit smoking, and ever since I started dipping, I feel so much better.
Well, you know, like I say, 4 times, and I'm down to just a pack and a half a day, so it's working.
Not bad.
It's working.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, progress, not perfection. You know?
Maybe if you dip every other day. Oh, by the way, that stuff in the cup in the green room, I did a little dip right before I came on. I hope you don't mind. So.
Was that a green bottle of Fresca? Please say no.
Maybe it was a teal color. Would that help?
Because I don't know. I usually have a Fresca, and it tasted kind of funky.
Oh, well, speaking of hypnosis,
yeah.
I myself am a registered hypnotist.
You're kidding me?
No, I do that in between acting gigs. I'm very good at it.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to help you out with your smoking issues?
Wow, that would be so cool if you could do that.
I would be happy to help.
Yeah,
here.
please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because like I said, I go under real easily.
All right, okay. This is what I need you to do.
Okay.
Breathe. Release any tension. All right, now I need you to gently lean your head a little back, but look at my finger. Watch the finger. Watch it now. Watch it. Your eyes are getting heavy. Heavier. You're getting heavy. Here, yeah. All right. Chuck, do you hear me in there?
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. I want you to repeat after me. You need Kathryn Shasha as your co-host.
No.
Okay, Chuck. Now, you need to open up your mind, and you must repeat after me. Say, I need Kathryn Shasha as my co-host.
No.
Okay. All right. Now, you listen to me here. If you don't have Kathryn Shasha as your co-host, you will speak in gibberish. Speak.
Malahalafalasibbiehashian. Malahalafalasibbiehashian.
Ah. Now you know you need Kathryn Shasha as your co-host.
Kathryn Shasha.
That's a good boy.
Kathryn Shasha.
Good boy, yeah. All right, on the count of 3, I am going to lift the hypnotism veil, and you will again be alert, and we will start at the beginning of the show again with me as your co-host. And 1, 2, 3.
Hi, welcome to Charlie Flannery Presents. I'm your host, and today I'd like to introduce my brand new co-host, Miss Kathryn Shasha. Kathryn, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Chuck. Thanks so much. Welcome, everybody. Hey, y'all.
You know, it's terrific because it seems like I've been thinking about getting a co-host for the longest time.
I think it was a good move, Chuck. I think you needed one.
I believe in my heart I do. And every time I started thinking about it, the only name that came to mind was Kathryn Shasha.
Imagine that. You know, it must have come to you in a dream. Sometimes that things that are meant to be, they come in to us from a dream.
Well, you know, most of my dreams I can't remember. And that's kind of a good thing because the ones that I do remember, they're kind of scary to me because I see things happening before they're about to happen. So, ye God, you know, but
hopefully they got some happy endings there. That would be a good thing, right?
I like happy endings.
Yeah,
I like
me
happy
too.
endings.
I love happy.
So, you know, I'm glad to have you as my co-host.
Thank you.
Tell the nice folks. They don't realize that we're shooting this at 6 o'clock in the morning. You look terrific, let me say.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, I always find that the earlier you wake up, the better you look by the time the sun rises.
I usually sleep till about 8 o'clock, and I have homicidal thoughts for a couple of hours. I'm not a morning guy.
I know a couple guys like that. They got those homicidal things going on too, or is it suicide? Homicide. Something like that. So what they do is you have a thought in your head. Now this is what I've been told.
Yeah.
You keep the thought in.
Uh-huh.
And after a while you forget what you were thinking about because there's other things that happen in your life, in your world. So you stick that thought way in your head and go, okay, I'm keeping this one. And sure enough, bing, just like that, it disappears. Happens to me all the time.
Oh, God. You know, if in order to remember an appointment, I got to write it on 2 calendars, leave myself a voicemail, and send myself an email and a text.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Well, you do all that Hollywood fancy schmancy stuff. Calendar and, what was that, email too?
Texts. I just learned how to text.
Really?
Yeah, amazing.
I don't know why, but mine doesn't work. I push the buttons. Usually, the numbers show up every time. I push the letter on the thing. I know what I'm pushing.
Uh-huh.
And I will push hello, and it comes out like 7763, whatever the numbers. It's confusing.
Yeah, you know, the words Charlie Flannery, high technology, and simple have never been used in the same sentence until this very instant. So I'm not the guy to talk to for assistance, you know?
I think I knew. Now I know why I loved you. This is why, because I can relate to
I'm
this.
just so happy to have somebody as a co-host here, you know? Where do we get our first guest on? Who do you think we should have?
I'm thinking, how about Brad Cooper?
Brad Cooper.
Yeah, he was on American Hustle. I worked on that movie. He was on it.
I did too.
You did too? What did you do?
I was a mob bar patron.
Really?
I got a good scene. I made about 3 or 4 seconds of the show. But you know, I'm glad you brought that up, because did you bring anything that we could show to folks? Any of your work?
Oh, I sure did. I brought lots and lots of stuff. I thought, well, might as well. Might be on television.
Why not?
Why
Listen,
not?
You know, we got a technician, Zach, technician extraordinaire. I'm going to ask Zach to cue that up for us so we can share that with the people, okay?
Will my daughter get to see it?
Everyone, the whole world. Zach, can you cue that up for us, please? Yeah.
I can't wait to go to the Palm Diner and have those blintzes for breakfast.
Oh, I need to call the restaurant for the reservation. What do you mean you don't take reservations? You're a restaurant, right? Couldn't you just, I don't know, hold a table in the corner? What if, say, Robin Williams needed a reservation?
Oh, no, you don't. You are not treating me like a child anymore. This is why I get so mad with you.
Erotic Angels Escort Service, Jackie Devlin speaking. And why were you unhappy with our services, Mr. Shea? All due respect, Mr. Shea, you told Lily to spank you with your shoe because you get off on it. You should have known she'd have issues with that. She was abused as a child. Serena, darling, what are you doing tomorrow night? Plans with Austin? Cancel them. I need you. He wants you and Daisy both. He's requested a threesome and he's already paid. Are you kidding? No, hun. I can't get someone else. Mr. Nolan is one of our richest and best clients. We can't disappoint him.
Along the edge, I'll put mine here, very lightly. Okay. Now, close your eyes, relax, and ask your question, and then wait. And whatever you do, don't stop it from moving. What's it gonna do? Take off?
Kathryn, that was wonderful
Thank
stuff.
you.
You are terrific.
Thanks so much.
And the accent is gone.
It is. It absolutely is. Thank God, right?
I'll still have you as my co-host, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm happy to hear
That doesn't have to go away. But you know, what are some of the projects you enjoyed working on the most?
Well, the clip that you just saw had two, I believe two slots of it were from the Southeastern Connecticut Film Projects. I'm really into bringing the film industry into Connecticut because I myself live in Connecticut, so it'd be nice if more films were shot there. I'm also really happy that more films are done in New England because I love New England and I think it's so picturesque and beautiful, and there should be so many more opportunities here for actors locally. So,
well, I think there will be. You know, there are a lot of films coming through. Obviously, you know, we've both worked on a lot of them.
Yep.
And there's that New England Studios that Chris Byers is building up in Air.
very exciting.
And you know, I had a chance to go there for the grand opening tour.
Oh.
And he was talking about you know, he hopes that, you know, maybe by the end of the year he may be able to snag 1 or 2 TV series
I think
to be shot there. Now that's what Boston needs.
it does.
You know, a couple of good episodics besides the movie work.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And now you also do a lot of stuff in New York. You're lucky. You're like halfway.
I am. Yes, I'm actually a little bit closer to New York, which makes me a New York local.
Okay.
As opposed to a New England local. However, I lived in Peabody, Massachusetts for a long time.
Sure.
And have a residence there that I am able to stay at. So I can be a local in both, which is great. So I have the best of both worlds, fortunately.
You know, it's
And
nice
that's
to
nice.
have money. You know,
Well, I didn't say I had
the
a lot
Nouveau
of money.
Riche, you've got, you know, you got the place down in Connecticut, and those places aren't cheap. You know, you got the place in Peabody, that's not short money. And then
Oh,
the
boy.
trailer park down down south. You still own that,
Hey,
right?
don't mess with my trailer park now, because that, you know, that's a very special place in my heart.
I can imagine.
Dung Valley is my best, most favoriteest place to live ever.
You were, by the way, I really, because I know you, I realized that you were in character, but you were terrific.
Oh, thanks.
You were terrific. It all whizzed by so fast. I almost thought we talked about hypnosis, but I don't think we did. That's all. I'm sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Why are you into hypnosis or anything like that? I myself, I don't really believe in all that. I guess.
I don't either.
I
don't either. I've been hypnotized 4 times, and I mean, I go out like this, right? Now, to stop smoking cigarettes. The very first time, for 4 months, I didn't smoke a cigarette. I didn't even think I was a non-smoker,
Yeah.
Then I went back. All right, and then after a year, I got hypnotized again. This time, it lasted maybe 3 weeks.
Oh.
The third time, it was 3 days, and the fourth time, as I left the hypnotist's office, I stopped and grabbed a pack of cigarettes. I mean, it's like
That's pretty bad.
It's kind of like the
Worse than I
opposite.
like.
You would think that the whammy would start adding up, so like getting a booster shot or something.
Yeah. Well, I quit
But,
myself. I quit 15 months ago.
Wow.
I actually just did a fight for air climb for the American Lung Association. And the way I quit. I actually did get hypnotized.
Really?
And it worked.
Yeah.
But I think more than that, she gave me the CD of the hypnosis session, and I got to bring it home. And then every night before I went to bed, I got to play it in my ears, and it was like meditation and soothing, and you listen to it every night, and it really helped that you had it. So it's like, okay, I've got an urge. I've got to do something about it. You can listen to this thing, and then you're like, okay, I'm cool. I can make it. I can do this.
So that was it. You just stopped cold turkey.
I did. But one of the things that it says in there is, there's always something better to do than smoke. There's always something better to do than poison yourself.
Oh,
And
those are tough words, though. You know what I mean?
If you just hear that over and over enough times, like night after night after night, it actually did work. So.
I remember the first time I got hypnotized, this doctor did it, and it was almost the same words. It was like, breathe in relaxation, breathe out poison. Breathe in, breathe out stress. And one of the coolest things, he taught me how to induce myself into self-hypnosis. He gave me this little thing where you put your fingers together like this, and they call that a cue. I mean, for other people, it could be something else. Maybe you fold your hands, and that's your cue. And then you slowly begin to do the deep breathing, and you start like talking to yourself, and you can actually talk yourself down into different layers. And then I wake up and have a cigarette.
So I wonder if I could like hypnotize myself to not like French fries or something.
Oh, don't do that. French fries are great.
I love them.
They have 0 calories. You get potatoes.
If you make them at home, they're perfect.
Yeah.
You use a little sunflower oil. I'm all into that now. It's all
really?
health kick crazy. Yeah. Nuts.
It shows. You look radiant.
Oh, thank you.
Are you
Thanks, I feel
are you
good.
pregnant or something?
Oh, shut up. Yeah. Those are fighting words right there.
Well, usually, you see a woman with that radiant look, you go, oh my God, Well, she has morning sickness. You go,
it's getting deep in here.
Yeah, my childhood days, child making days are long gone.
Yeah, mine too. They better be. I'm all done. I love my little girl. I have a little girl, and I love her to death. Absolutely, the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
You want to give a shout out to her?
Hi, Mattia Lynn. Love you. Mwah. So, but I would never.
That's a pretty name.
Thank you. Thanks. It was actually, Mattia is my middle name, and it was my great-great-grandmother's name, who came over from Italy. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, so, what part Italian are you?
My father's side, my father's mother was Italian. So I actually, he
Now,
is.
Shasha, is that your married name? or
No,
maiden?
that's my father's last name. I'm Italian and
Italian.
Lebanese on my father's side. The
Okay.
Shasha is Lebanese.
Okay.
And my mother's side, I'm Irish and English. So I'm a mutt like everybody else.
Yeah, but if I'd have known you were Italian, you could have gotten the job as co-host a lot sooner.
Oh,
Because I mean,
oh,
you know,
I can't say
I
that.
grew up down in Taunton here, in the neighborhood I was in. It was all Italians, right? Now there's probably 6 Italian families that you know that live in Taunton, and the rest of them are wannabes. So
Sure.
whenever I can get an Italian guest on this show, I do it. you
Oh,
know?
well, next time I'll mention it first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what actually got me on the TV series Pizza Makers, the web series.
Oh yeah, with Frankie and
Yeah,
Bergamo
because I was
and
Italian.
Bob DeCicco and those guys. Who else is there?
Frankie and Bergamo, Chris Palermo.
Yeah, Chris, yeah.
Bob DeCicco. A lot of people have been on it. As,
Yeah.
You know, there's right now it's killing me. It's like all these people. I'm sorry, I forgot. Sorry, I'm not mentioning you,
I've
but
had
love
Frankie
you
on
all.
my show. I've had Frankie on my show, and I've had Danny Martignetti, who did an
Oh yes,
appearance
yeah,
on it.
there you go.
And Danny's been on my show twice. And
Oh,
you
and
know what?
Al Ciela, he's been on.
Al Chilella's been on
yeah.
a couple of times, you know. So we're between Frankie, Al, Danny,
Yep.
all being on my show. How many invitations you think I got to go on Pizza Makers?
Oh.
Go ahead. You can. I'll give you a hint. You can use half of a hand. Go ahead. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well.
That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I even let Frankie hype his cookbook, The Good Life.
Oh, have you tried any of those recipes? Oh, they're delicious. They're really good.
The guy, he missed his calling.
Yeah, actually, I think he does that as well. He's
Yeah.
just he's like a
Yeah.
culinary actor.
Yeah.
He does a little of both. He's an awesome friend of mine. I love
And Danny
Frankie.
Martignetti, okay, like you were doing your little southern
Oh yeah,
bit, you know.
whatever you would call it.
Danny's been on my show twice, and you know, Danny has no more of an accent than I do.
Right, sure.
Car.
Cat.
Cars, I'll say. But Danny has no more accent than you or I, and he did 2 complete episodes where he stayed in character as an Italian baker. And, yeah, it was, I mean, that's, you know, he did it for a full 30 minutes.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah, good guy to work with, you know, and give a shout out to Danny. I have a policy here. We usually get $5 every time we give a shout out to people. So if there's anybody else, you know, we don't expect your kid to contribute. But if there's anybody you want to give a last minute shout out, like we know we got money coming from Frankie, Al,
Yeah, we say
Danny.
hi to Tom Erb and Newport, Rhode Island, the TV series. We can say hi to them. We just finished their pilot premiere.
I'm on the cast
Yeah.
at some point in time.
Yeah, and
But,
I play Kathy Hamilton on that.
Nice,
Which
nice.
is a interesting role to play.
Nice, and it's a fascinating concept. Listen, I can't believe we worked our way through a full 30-minute episode already, but it's been a blast.
It's been so much
Kathryn,
fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on
psyched
today.
I came. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And
love
now
it.
I got a co-host. This is
Yeah, see?
unbelievable.
I know.
Hey,
Who planned that?
listen, I want to thank you for tuning in to Charlie Flannery Presents today, especially having the opportunity to introduce my new co-host, Kathryn Shasha. But if you have an idea for a show, why don't you send an email to charlieflannery@verizon.net. In the subject line, put "Be a Guest." Give me a little breakdown of what you'd like to talk about or might do. And who knows, we may have you here one day on Charlie Flannery Presents. Until then, stay safe.